Hi, I'm Nancy. Welcome to Mindful Yoga. Today we're doing a practice that opens the Earth Chakra, this spinning orb of energy at the base of our spine. And at the beginning, we'll be doing some breathing that opens up the central channel of this subtle energy system that runs up the front of our spine. So take a seat now where you can be comfortable. Some part of you touching the earth, and your spine can be alert but relaxed. Let's begin by just coming into consciousness of our breath, bringing the breath into the nostrils, down through throat, into lungs. Becoming aware of the opening and closing of the diaphragm. Letting the mind come like salt down into the body. We connect with this subtle energy system by embodying ourselves, coming into the body and letting go. Now, as you inhale, envision the breath coming into the base of the spine. And as you exhale, let the breath go down into earth. Inhale, base of spine. And exhale down, perhaps deeper into earth. With each inhale, come up a little farther, first behind the large intestines. Exhaling down into earth. Inhale up behind the belly button. Up behind stomach, coming up the front of the spine. Deeper and deeper into earth goes your exhale. Inhaling up the front of the spine behind the heart. Opening this central channel of subtle energy. Inhaling up behind the larynx. Inhaling all the way up behind the roof of the mouth at the bottom of the skull. Continue with this breath. Inhaling, sweeping up that central channel, letting go into that subtle energy. And exhaling deeper and deeper into earth. Now envision focusing the breath at the base of the spine, the Earth Chakra. Breathing into pelvic floor, tailbone, legs, and feet. And exhaling. This is the root chakra that exhales down, connects into earth. Finding a breath that works for you there. Perhaps taking the mudra of the Earth Chakra with the right hand under the left hand, palms up and thumbs together at the abdomen. Each chakra has a mudra, several mudras connected with them. Continuing that breathing into the base of spine and exhaling into earth. we begin our journey here on this great body of earth. Feel the hardness of the earth in wood, rock, and metal. Feel its straight lines, its solidity. Feel the soft firmness of the earth with its trees and grasses, lakes, streams, and mountains. Feel its curving gentleness, its protection and abundance. Feel its immensity and how it supports us as we sit in our places. We dig our roots deep into the earth, which nourishes us. We move deep into her roots, her rocks, her soil, her red hot lava, into her source of life and movement and power. One more turn of breath here. And then removing anything that's high underneath you, coming to a crisscross legged position. You might already be there with a blanket under you. Beginning to open up as one hand slides on the mat to the side and the other one comes up and over, opening through the side ribs. This earth chakra is called Muladhara. Mula meaning essence and Dhara meaning foundation. It's a place of safety, steadiness, and groundedness. Coming back through center, bring one hand across to the opposite thigh and one hand behind. Turning just gently to the side as you bring a spiral to the spine. And spreading out your wings as you come around to the other side. Going back and forth a few times. Each of these chakras spins easily, but gets interrupted by life events sometimes. Never totally blocked usually, but sometimes going a little too fast or a little too slow. And coming back through center. Open up the arms, open up the chest, shoulder blades come together a bit, and then bring the sides of the arms together, the sides of the hands as the chin comes to the chest. Inhale, open. And exhale, close. When the earth chakra is going a little too slow, we might become heavy and lethargic. If we lose our connection to earth, we might become ungrounded and kind of spacey. And let the hands come back to the thighs. When the earth chakra is balanced, we're safe, solid, and we trust in the world at a very deep level. We're connected. We are where our feet are, being right here on earth. Bring your feet wide and your hands back behind. Let your knees go over to one side and then the other. We particularly open up the leg channels and feet, the pelvic floor and base of spine in this earth chakra. Then allow an arm to follow the momentum of the legs as it comes around, reaching back to the back corner in each side. One more time on each side. Next time you come around, let your legs fall over, hands come down, back behind to the side. And you might have arms straight, or your forehead might come down onto the backs of your hands with elbows on the floor. Let yourself fall down into earth. Inhale back up, come around to the other side. Letting the energies of your body connect with the energies of Earth. Inhale back up. Bring your feet out straight in front of you. And we'll just tap our thighs a bit, opening up those leg channels, getting the blood and the lymph to circulate a little bit more through them. Then bringing a sole of the foot up, rub down your calf from knee down to ankle 3 or 4 times. And then find your foot and rub from the heel down the foot towards the toes. Thanking those feet for all the times they walk the earth. As Thich Nhat Hanh says, they kiss the earth. And finding the other leg and tapping or drumming. And then letting the calf feel some circulation as your hands sweep down from knee to ankle. And opening up the foot channels a bit from heel to toe. Bring legs wide, and then bring one foot, if this works for your knee, up so that the sole of the foot is by the inner thigh. Bring your chest around so that it's facing towards the toes on the diagonal extended leg side. Hands come down beside the thighs or perhaps around the knees on the floor. We're going to inhale, bringing in the pelvic floor and imagining that energy going up behind the navel. Holding for 3, 2, 1, and exhaling. Inhale, draw in pelvic floor, up behind navel. 3, 2, 1, and let it go. And one more time. Bring hands in front of you, slide out of the floor just a bit of a way, and then bring the hand of the diagonally extended leg out onto the shin, turn, hand comes onto the hip in the back, then lift that arm up in the back and come over. Coming down into the body. And breathing. Inhale back up. Change to the opposite side. Hands come around that extended leg, around knee or thigh. Inhale, drawing in pelvic floor up behind the navel. Hold. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And one last time. Run hands down in front of you. Bring hand over onto the extended leg. Other hand comes back to the hip, lifts up and over. Coming down towards the earth. Inhale back up. Extend both legs out in front of you. Arms come to cactus. Squeeze the shoulder blades together a bit, opening up through the chest. Then inhaling up through crown. Exhale over just a few inches, chest coming towards toes. Inhale up. Exhale forward. Inhale up. Next time, just let the hands come down as you come forward. Hands come where they will. Hips and knees are soft. Bringing some C shape to the spine. Coming down just to where is comfortable for you. Return to the root. Attain your essence. One more inhale and exhale here. And inhale back up, strong in the belly. Bring the soles of the feet together, finding a place that's comfortable for you. You might have more of a diamond, or the heels might come farther towards the groin, hands on ankles or feet or around the toes. Root down through the tailbone. Lift up through the front lower abdominal muscles. Just breathing here for a moment, feeling the breath going down into earth, lifting the energy of earth up into the body. The next time, if you'd like to come forward a bit on the exhale, might be just a few inches. Perhaps you feel a little stretch in the lower back. Careful of the hips. And inhale back up. I'm going to come into a twist. One leg comes out straight. The foot comes up along the thigh. It might come over to the other side. The forward leg, the ankle is flexed. Hand comes on around the knee or perhaps the forearm. You can bring an elbow across, but that puts a lot of strain on the hip, so be careful of that. Hand goes back behind. And we're going to do the bija or seed sound here. So each chakra has a vibration, a sound that goes with it. And for this chakra, it's lam, lam, lam. So we'll inhale up through the crown as we exhale, turning through the lower ribs. Lam, lam, lam. Join me or listen. Inhale up. Exhale, round through chest. Lam, lam, lam. Inhale up. Exhale, round through shoulders and neck. Lam, lam, lam. And one long lam. Lam. Relax and unwind. Come to the other side. Bringing foot up and over, extending out through the extended heel. Hugging that leg, finding your version of this. Inhale up through crown. And as you come gradually around, lam, lam, lam. Lam, lam, lam. Lam, lam, lam. Lam. Release and unwind. Let's come down into a lying position. And as you sink down onto the mat, wiggling around, finding your place on the earth. Feel the stillness of the earth. Feel the earth holding you. Steadfast. Sharing its quality of steadfastness with you, with all of us. Inhale, bring one leg up. Knee remains soft, heel towards the ceiling. Some support from your hands. Inhale up into the body, energy of earth coming up. Exhale down. Nourishment back to the earth. Turn the ankle 4 or 5 times in one direction slowly. And round the opposite direction. Open the leg to the side, giving it some support. Other arm comes out from the shoulder horizontally. Continuing to breathe. Feeling earth energy all the way out to the tips of your toes. Inhale, leg up through center, across the midline. Sole of the foot might turn towards the wall on the opposite side. Breathing up through tailbone. Inhale, leg back up, and slowly let it come down, surrendering to gravity. Inhale, other leg up, heel going towards ceiling, knee always a bit of softness. Relaxing down through the jaw, the hips. Turning the ankle. Other direction. Opening that leg out to the side. Adapting wherever you need to. Always modifying towards what your body needs. Inhale, leg back up, coming over midline. Inhale, leg back up, and slowly let it come down. Bring the knees up towards the chest, give them a hug. Bring knees towards the armpits, and then raise the feet, hands on the bottom of the feet or anywhere that they reach, into happy baby. And if it feels comfortable, rolling back and forth on your lower back, lower spine. The root chakra is about feeling at home in your body. Feeling at home on this earth. And then coming back through center, feet come down in front of the buttocks a few inches below the buttocks. Arms are along the side. Feel the connection with the earth through the shoulders, down the arms, the palms flat with wide fingers. Feel the soles of the feet on the earth. Pushing into soles of feet, arms, hands, shoulders, lifting the hips strong through the glutes. Keeping the hands wide this time, pushing down, feeling the energy and solidity of the earth, and letting your vertebrae come down to earth once again, taking a breath. Once again, pushing into earth, into that solidity that supports you so that you can lift up through the hips. One more inhale and exhale here. And let it all come down. Bring the arms out from the shoulders horizontally. Legs extend out to the bottom of the mat. Let the right leg stay extended and the left foot comes up beside the right thigh. Lift the hips slightly over towards the left. Left foot comes up onto right thigh, right hand gently draws that knee across into a twist. Each chakra has an affirmation. And the affirmation here is, I feel grounded in the core of my being. I am grounded in the core of my being. Relaxing down through hips, relaxing through the core of your being. Inhale, back up. Feet come to the left foot extends out, right foot up beside left thigh, and bring the hips over to the right slightly. Foot comes up onto the thigh, left hand draws right knee across. The body's like an axis as you turn. I am grounded in the core of my being. I am grounded in the core of my being. Release the twist, coming up through center, and then rolling over, we'll come up into a tabletop position. Feel the solidity of the earth underneath your spread fingers and wide palms. Inhale as stomach sinks and heart slides forward. Exhale as tailbone comes down towards earth and back arches. Just be silent here as we move. Opening up that central channel. Then coming back through center, make sure the left hand is right under the left shoulder. Right arm and left leg stretch out. And then curl under the belly, fist and knee meeting. Stretch out and coil in. Overcoming any lethargy or heaviness in the Earth Chakra. One last time. Bring the right hand under the shoulder. Make sure that you've got a steady, solid arm there. Left arm and right leg stretch out and curl in. Slowly, with a good, steady, regular beat. Nurturing the steadiness of the Earth Chakra. And one last time. Bring your toes tucked and your hips back onto your heels. If this causes you pain, stay up or modify completely. That's fine. You can go into child's pose if you would like. Just a few breaths here with hips stretching through the feet, opening up the feet channels. Coming back to the breath that inhales into the base of the spine and exhales into earth. One last inhale and exhale. Bring the hands flat in front of you. We're going to do what's called a bear crawl. Toes are tucked. Weight of the shoulders over the hands and knees are raised. So just play around with this and see if it works for you. Alternate crawl with alternate hand and foot coming forward in very small steps down the mat. Imagining that you are a bear. And then coming back The earth feeds the bear. The earth feeds us. And then coming back, we'll come down into a child's pose, curling up on the earth, giving nourishment back to the earth. Hands come forward on the mat. Hips unfold and then come over to the side and back over the heels for hip circles. Perhaps you can feel that circular energy or some kind of energy at the base of the spine. It's imagined as being red. Each one has its color around the opposite direction now. A red disc. It's also imagined as a lotus flower. Each chakra has a lotus flower, and this one is a 4-petaled lotus flower, opening and closing. One more time, round. As you come back, bring the hands wide, bring knees wide, feet are together. Let the heart come down towards the earth. Hips are back and up just a bit. Stretching out. Breathing heart into earth. Then raising up the hips, knees come together. Come down onto your forearms with clasped hands. So elbows are a little wide. Weight is on forearms and hands are clasped. Tuck the toes, raise the hips into puppy pose. A forearm downward dog. Soften the knees. Letting the pose serve you and your body as it is needed. And then bringing knees down, we'll come forward into a Sphinx pose. So forearms are under shoulders. Wiggle the hips around, feeling the anchoring into earth through hips and the front of the feet. Shoulder blades resting down towards the waist, elbows firmly into the earth. A poem by Gary Snyder. One granite ridge, a tree, a rock, a small creek, a bark shred in a pool, hill beyond hill, folded and twisted, tough trees crammed in thin stone fractures, a huge moon on it all. Night air still and the rocks warm. Sky over endless mountains. All the junk that goes with being human drops away. Let your torso come down onto the mat, arms along the side, palms in towards the body. Become very long, long through your toes. Tailbone becoming long down towards your heels. Long through your crown, letting your spine become a little longer. Then inhale, head, shoulders, and legs rise and arms follow. Long here rather than high. One more inhale and exhale here. And come down. Once again, lengthen down. Through feet, through tailbone, up through crown. Inhale, rise up. Pelvis anchored into earth. And bring it down. Hands come under the shoulders, tuck the toes, press into the hands, hips rise, and weight comes back over the feet. Long through arms, Hands wide. Knees can be quite soft here at first, emphasizing the length through the spine. Perhaps feeling that energy in the lower spine and the openness up the front of the spine. Inhale forward into plank. Knees up or knees down. For 3, 2, and 1. Elbows come close, knees come down. Coming into cobra. Tucking toes once again up into downward dog. Stay here for a moment. Or if you'd like to do another turn of the vinyasa, feel free to do that. Coming into downward dog, connecting to the rebound of energy as it comes up from the earth into our toes and our fingers, the soles of our feet, the palms of our hands. Then bring your gaze forward to the hands as you walk the feet forward and hands come back. Stay here in a forward fold for just a moment. Press down through the feet. Feel the solidity of the legs. Feel the softness of the base of the spine, middle spine, upper spine, and neck. Hands come to shins, long through the spine. Exhale down. Inhale, soft knees as arms come up and around, and we come into mountain pose. Ground down through the feet, feeling all 4 corners of the feet, all 10 toes. Energy from earth coming up through the arches of the feet, the inner seams of the legs, the pelvic floor, up through the roof of the mouth, soft through shoulders. We're going to come into another earth mudra here. The right hand comes up to the chest, facing to the left, and the left hand comes under the abdomen, palm facing up. And as we breathe, I'll read a Mohawk prayer. We are all thankful to our mother, the earth, for she gives us all that we need in life. She supports our feet as we walk about on her. It gives us joy that she continues to care for us as she has from the beginning of time. To our mother, we send greetings and thanks. Now our minds are one. And then switching that mudra, left hand to the right and right hand under the abdomen. Letting go into your breathing. And bring hands, palms down to the chest, fingers almost touching. Letting the hands descend to the abdomen, warming the abdomen, the lower part of the abdomen briefly. Aligned and steady. And then we'll do a chair pose. So grounding the feet, inhale, arms up. Exhale, let tailbone come down towards earth. Let the arms come in front of you with palms facing each other. Inhale up. Exhale, a little farther down perhaps. Inhale up. Letting chair fit your body, feeling the solidity of the earth. The tailbone connecting. And inhale up. Arms come down and around. One hand comes to the sacrum, This hand's going to rub down across the buttocks and down the back of the thigh as the other arm lifts up, lifting up through the little finger, gaze going towards the thumb as the other hand rubs down the back of the thigh. Changing sides, lifting up through the other side, coming down towards the knee crease on the opposite side. Just going back and forth, enjoying that full body stretch. At the same time, feeling the roots of the pose in the bottom of the feet. And come back through center. Hands to hips, bring one foot, the right foot forward, left foot goes back. We're coming into a high lunge. Front knee is bent, and there's some bend in the back knee. You might be up on your toes in the back, or you might be on your foot, aligning your hips with the front of the mat. Hands come to a namaste at the chest. One hand pushes up to the sky, and the other palm pushes down towards the earth. Gaze to the horizon. Arms move through center. Aware of ourselves as this connection between earth and sky. This long chain of subtle energy between matter, heart, and up to a more spiritual connection with the universe. Then bringing hands to the thighs, straighten the front leg, always a little softness in the knee, coming down the front leg to wherever is comfortable for you. Maybe you come down to knee or to calf or down to foot. Breathing here for a moment as you open up through the back of the leg. Hands come to either side of the foot, and the back foot backs up. You can always use blocks here if you have them. Opening up through the front of the hip, reaching back through the heel. Allowing your lower abdomen to breathe, diaphragm active. And coming down on that back knee, roll over the front heel, hands come back a bit. Bowing down over that leg, still softness in the knee. Then bringing hands forward once again into that low, long lunge for just a moment. Jump the back foot forward. Front leg straightens a bit. Hands trace up the leg. Back up into high lunge. Open your arms out, palms forward. Eyes to the horizon. Then bring the hands to the waist and turn. Coming into goddess. So toes are out towards the corners of the room at about 45 degrees. Arms come to cactus and tailbone sinks down. This is the quintessential Earth Chakra pose. Feel the support of the earth under your feet, as if that support is itself giving you strength in your legs. Inhale up. And exhale back. And one more time. And bringing hands to waist, straighten the legs and turn so that the left leg is forward, right foot back, coming into that high lunge, aligning the hips with the edge of the mat. Bringing hands to namaste. One hand pushes up the sky and one pushes down towards earth. Synchronizing breath and movement. Rooting down through the pose. And one last stretch up to sky and down to earth. Hands come back to chest, down to your thigh. Front leg straightens with soft knee. Trace down that knee, coming to wherever is right for you as you open the back of the leg, keeping some weight in the back foot as well, feeling that connection on both feet to the earth. Hands come around, the front foot, back foot backs up, a long, low lunge. Feeling the energy coming back through the heel. Feeling toes touching the earth, behind and in front. Then back knee comes down, roll over the front heel, bow down, answering the needs of your body. Coming forward into lunge once again. Jumping the back foot forward slightly. Front leg straightens a bit as the hands trace up the leg. Coming back into high lunge, arms open, palms forward. Heart open. Then hands come to the waist once again. Turn towards the front, coming back into goddess one more time. Earth is our refuge. May we receive its strength. And may we be its refuge in any small way. Inhale up, exhale back into goddess, and up and back. Hands come to waist, and we're going to come into warrior two. So finding your stance for warrior two, toes forward in the front, 30 degrees in the back, as wide or thin or narrow as is right for your body. Hands on hips. Give yourself some time to really settle down into the earth here, going deep down into the earth. Gathering strength in the lower part of the body, then opening through the chest and gazing out over the fingertips. I am grounded at the core of my being. I am grounded at the core of my being. And we'll do the seed sound as we come over into side angle. Forearm comes down onto the front thigh, other arm comes up over, lum, lum, lum. Joining in silently or with your voice. Once again, lum, lum, lum. And one last time. Lum, lum, lum. And bring the hands in. Turn the feet, toe heel the feet back under the hips. Take a breath. And we'll come into warrior two on the other side. Really letting the bottoms of your feet and your toes feel the floor, the mat, the connection with the earth, pressing down, feeling the depth of your connection, opening through the chest, reaching out. I am grounded at the core of my being. I am grounded at the core of my being. Bending front arm, coming into side angle. Lum, lum, lum. Lum, lum, lum. Lum, lum, lum. Through warrior two, hands come to the waist. Turn the feet so that they're a little bit pigeon-toed. Hands come to the hip creases. Torso comes parallel to the floor. Bring the hands down and bring them forward farther than we usually do, like 2 or 3 feet forward with fingers spread wide palms. This is called the elephant pose. So pretend you're an elephant here with all 4 feet firmly on the ground. Feel what it would be like to be a 4-legged animal walking on the earth. Then, since this is an elephant, we'll let our arms be trunks. One arm comes under the armpit, bend that leg on the opposite side, finding whatever dance with earth you would like to have here as you go back and forth. Playing with gravity, playing with the energy that we exchange with earth. Then gradually coming back through elephant and backing your hands up. Hands come up to the waist. Torso comes parallel, strong through the belly as you come up. Toe heel the feet back together. And we will end appropriately with a tree pose so that we can really root down and lift up. Finding your foundation leg, rooting down through that foot, finding a focal point, hands on hips, dynamic energy coming up through the body. Bend the knee and turn it in and out a few times, letting the hip know where we're going. And then bringing perhaps heel to an ankle, heel to the lower calf or foot to the side calf. If you have a healthy knee, it can stay on the knee or it can come up into the thigh. Hands come to namaste. And then finding branches, if that is there for you today. Tapping into the anchor of earth. And unwind. Finding the other foundation leg, focal point. Dynamic feeling up through the body, lengthening up. Opening the hip. Finding your place for the foot. Let the energy of matter climb up you, your own tree of life. One last inhale and exhale down. We're going to end here with a squat and then a shavasana. So if you have a blanket, you might want to have that under your hip, under your heels. And you might want your hips up. That's fine if that works best for you. Experiment with how wide you want your feet, how wide you want your knees, careful of your hips. Not overstraining. The point mainly being to open to the Earth Chakra, feeling that energy, the pelvic floor, tailbone, legs and feet. Safety, solidity, the steadfastness of this vortex of energy. Let hands come down in front of you and lie down on the mat for a little relaxation before we end today. Find any position that is relaxing for you. You might tent your knees together, leaning them together, or you might have a blanket under your knees. Wiggle your body around, find a comfortable place, and then sink down. Breathing down into earth. Feeling the openness of the leg channels and the feet, soft in the bottom of the feet and the toes, ankles, calves, backs of knees, backs of thighs, glutes puddled on the earth. Breathing through the openness of the front of the spine, up through intestines and stomach, heart, front of the throat, the back of the neck, back of the skull connected firmly to earth, crown open, forehead smooth, eyes deep in their sockets, lips, tongue, jaw relaxed. Feel free to stay here for a while if you'd like, sinking down, relaxing into earth. If you're coming back into your day, bring some movement to fingers and toes. Maybe turn ankles and wrists slightly. Perhaps give your knees a hug up to your chest. Is there an intention that you would like to bring back into your day from this yoga practice? It can always be an embodied intention. And then rolling over if you're coming up into a brief sitting position. Thinking namaste. May we be healthy. May we be spacious in our hearts and minds and bodies. May we take refuge in the earth, and may the earth take refuge in us. Namaste. Thanks for practicing. Good to be with you all.
Thank you.
You are most welcome.
Thank you, Nancy.
You're welcome.